Hey, what's up guys? I wasn't gonna make a video about this, but it's one of the coolest things I've ever seen, so I gotta show you. It's a new fish that I hadn't planned on going in the 800 gallon. I didn't necessarily believe how big it was. Like, everyone at the shop was like, this has to go in the 800 gallon, it has to go in the 800 gallon. I'm like, I don't know. And then seeing it in person, I agree. So it is here now. Let me show it to you guys. I gotta get my hand in here. This is a giant Dojo Loach. It's the biggest one I've ever seen. You can see he wraps around the bucket. He's seriously so big. So he's gonna have to go in the 800 gallon because he's awesome, and he didn't have a home, and he came in as a rescue, and he's literally touching head to toe. I could measure this bucket, and that's how long he is. He's gotta be like a foot. I'll go see if I can find a tape measure. Alright, so I found tape measure, and it is 12 inches from side to side, and as you can see, he's touching there and he's touching on the other side, so that is a 12-inch Dojo Loach. Now it goes in the 800 gallon. As I'm getting ready to add this Dojo Loach, you can see some of the cooler fish we don't always get to see. There's a pinstripe Panache pleco. Of course, it's focusing on all the fish in front of it. There we go. There it is on the fake wood. And then we've got the larger giraffe cat hanging out right underneath. And then in the back, if these clown loaches move, you can see that Goldie pleco back there. And then way back in the cave is where the foot-long clown loaches are. And I'm sure the same spot this dojo is about to go hang out in. We are definitely considering taking out the fake piece of log, the 7-foot log here, so that we can enjoy a lot of the fish. When they come out, it's absolutely amazing, but when they all hide, like all these exotic plecos and stuff, you know, it does make it fun when you get to see them, but I sure would like to see them all the time. We actually lifted this log just up to make sure those big clown loaches were back there, and I have ordered some more of those, so I might be getting some more of those to add. But for now, alright, now I'm really gonna set up. Ooh, there's the Titanic pleco hanging out right back here on the rocks. So I'm gonna zoom in. We never get to, well, so we don't get to catch them on camera like that. So it's because it's already late and the lights normally would have already been turned out and the power head's off, so some of the stuff's coming out, and so I turn the light back on. They're going, hey, the light's supposed to be out, but you know, still active as ever. You know, I haven't gotten tired of this tank yet. I will show one thing. If you guys have been watching on Instagram, you've seen the archers. They spit at the feeder, and now I have to move the feeder or something because they've spit so much water into it that it made that food kind of gunk up and get moldy. So I got to clean that, you know, tomorrow morning and figure out a new system. But the archers are too smart, and they keep splashing that with water until they rattle it enough to drop food out of it. So, you know, I'm loving these fish. I really got to set up them to shoot down crickets though, because I can tell they are jonesing to do it. Yeah, that guy's cool. But yeah, every day we can kind of look in and go, oh, we saw this, we saw that. And so this tank's doing its job as far as we're concerned. Keeps us working and motivated. Alright, gotta open up the top, and this behemoth has to go in. Alright, I was gonna try and pour it in and work the camera, but that was just gonna end up with me breaking a camera and maybe dropping a loach. So luckily Jimmy is helping me out now, and we're gonna start pouring, and hopefully he'll catch it going into the water. We wanted 2 angles, but that isn't gonna be a possibility today. So hopefully it doesn't just instantly hide. Here we go. Go, beast, go! Whoa. And he's gone, just like that.
You won't see him again.
He'll come out, but he's just spooked, I'm sure. I'm gonna close up the top, and when he comes out, we'll try and get some action shots. We'll do the montage at the end, and hopefully Jimmy will be able to capture it. Because when fish just go in, they're so spooked, and I don't blame them. You know, there's a lot of fish in there, and a lot to be scared of. So I'm super stoked to see that guy bulldozing around though, hanging out with the giraffe cats and stuff like that. And to everyone's worried about the duckweed, don't worry. There's an overflow in this tank. It just overflows right out of the tank. So I did not introduce the scourge. It will leave. So, all right, guys, enjoy the montage, and I'm looking forward to adding more loaches and sending. Well, it's either Jimmy swimming or me swimming. I haven't decided yet, but we got to get in And we're gonna pull probably the corner rock pile out and then the 7-foot log and make room for some of these beasts that are growing out. So yeah.